Greetings and welcome back to another Order 66 2-pack review. This is Rust Belt Collector, and today we're looking at number 4 out of 6 in Series 1 of these wonderful Target exclusive Order 66 2-packs. I really do love these things. Thanks for sticking around through the series if you have. Today's episode brings us Obi-Wan Kenobi and a 212th SIEGE Battalion AT-RT Trooper. And as before, the box is pretty much the same. You know, you got Obi-Wan Kenobi, Order 66, AT-RT driver, only at Target, 30th anniversary collection. On the back, you've got some really nice artwork of Obi-Wan Kenobi, and of course the AT-RT trooper. Some landscape there. One thing I forgot to mention actually with these is inside the package there, you can kind of see it. They have these really cool, unique backdrops with each box, and I just thought that was a nice touch. They went a little, extra and made each set unique in that way to kind of show off the terrain that each character would be in. So, with the packaging out of the way, let's break this open and take a look at the two figures. Alrighty, and there we have them out of the package. As with most of these packs, down on the bottom there's a little bag with the accessory for characters. This time it is a battle-damaged AT-RT chest plate, which is pretty cool. Oh, and Obi-Wan's hilt and an alternate hand for him, it looks like. So we'll get that out and take a look at them with each figure. So taking a look first at Obi-Wan Kenobi, he is just a repack of the 2005 Revenge of the Sith Kenobi. He's got a little bit of like dry brushing or paint detail on his beard though that kind of sets him apart from that version. And of course the soft goods robe is an upgrade. I think most of the Jedi in these packs originally didn't have a soft goods robe, and then when they repacked it in the Order 66 line, they gave it some soft goods just to give a little extra value into it. So yeah, he's pretty cool. He's got a hinge here at the elbow, a hinge and a swivel at the shoulder. He's got a bit of a swivel at the waist, but that is specifically for his little slashing gimmick where he punches people with his lightsaber. Yeah, it's it's pretty fun to mess with these. I like the gimmick. It's fun to just go crazy. He reminds me of that Kermit the Frog meme where Kermit just starts flailing his arms. You know, he's the Kermit the Frog of Jedi. But anyways, so he comes with a lightsaber that is affixed to his hand. This is actually his Episode 1 lightsaber hilt, not his Episode 2 lightsaber hilt. So that hand comes out and it can be replaced with that alternate like open hand where he can definitely now punch people, just throat punch them. And then this hand can hold his lightsaber hilt, which is more accurately his Revenge of the Sith lightsaber hilt, which I think, I could be wrong, but I think this is the one that they packed with Commander Cody, just for when, you know, he returns it to Obi-Wan in Revenge of the Sith. This one, I believe, should be able to peg onto his belt. Yeah, just like that. It's a little tricky at first because this lightsaber hilt's a softer plastic, so it doesn't really want to fit into the peg very well. But there you go. I mean, he can hold that. It's an interesting choice to give him a fixed lightsaber hand like this, and then not a lightsaber that he can hold in this hand. They just give him this, you know, force hand, and he can be like, throat punch. Yeah, it's pretty cool. He's a good figure. I don't mind the gimmicks on most of these figures, and the sculpt on this Obi-Wan is pretty good overall, I would say, especially for the time. So it's not the worst. Unfortunately, I can't get him to stand up because my backdrop is not level, and that is my fault, not the action figure's fault. We're just going to leave him there. And we'll give him his lightsaber. Next up, we're going to talk about this guy, the 212th AT-RT Trooper. He is pretty slick. I mean, I love these concept troopers where it's like, well, there's the 212th Legion, but, you know, they probably had an AT-RT Trooper, so let's make one. He was never seen in the film. He may have been concept art, but yeah, it's really nice to get those variations, and you can really army build and fill out your ranks with more unique troopers when you when you have these guys like this. He's just a recoloring of the original AT-RT Trooper that came out in the Revenge of the Sith line. Pretty standard overall, just with your typical ball-jointed head, hinge and swivel, swivel, torso swivel, hip, knee, and ankle. His joints are a little stiff because, you know, he came out in 2007 and he's been in the package for the last 13 years. And you probably would be too if you were stuck in a plastic cage for your whole life. But anyways, yeah, he's a pretty cool figure. I'm not a huge fan of the AT-RT mold overall. It's not terrible, it's just not my favorite. I never liked how his chest seemed kind of like barrel-chested, like it seems like his head is kind of going back a little bit away, like the neck is going back a little bit away if he's standing up straight, so then when he's looking straight at you, it looks like he's got his chin tucked into his neck. But that's just a small gripe. The other thing that I don't like terribly much is that all of them came with this nondescript blaster that may have been in the movie, like strapped to the back of the AT-RT, I don't know. But he can only really handle it in his left hand, and then his right hand is sculpted to fit that large grip on the blaster like that. So he's always holding the blaster with his opposite hand that most clone troopers hold their blasters. And I'm not sure why that choice was made. Maybe it's canonical somehow. I really don't know. But that was just another gripe that I always had with this figure. I never liked that he held only this blaster really well, and that it was the wrong hand. The wrong, you know, holding it in the left hand, not the right hand. But yeah, this trooper is really cool. I'm just trying to show you off, like, up close how nice that deco is. It's a really cool orange patterning, just very similar to the typical 212th clone trooper, but he's got the cool stripes on his head and helmet there, on his cheeks, and then he's got like polka dots going on in this area here. I don't think that's necessarily weathering, since he has weathering elsewhere and it's not supposed to look like dots, but maybe that's supposed to be weathering. I don't know. But overall, really nice deco. I mean, he's got scuff marks, he's got scrape marks, he's got the really bright orange. He is a really cool character, and that contrast between the white and the orange is a really nice design for the Legion. And of course, you know, he's got this, but then he's also got the ability to be taking a bunch of hits in the chest with the battle-damaged armor. It's pretty cool. I never liked that it got super bulky on him, you know, because it stands out so far, but it was a pretty cool gimmick that they gave to the original AT-RT Trooper, so I appreciate that they actually went to the trouble of, you know, recasting that piece and repainting it to match this trooper. There is another AT-RT Trooper in this line, I think in Series 2 of the Order 66 packs, and I'm not sure if he comes with the armor. It'll be interesting when we get to that one in the series to see if he's got the armor piece with him. But yeah, there they are. There's the two figures from this pack. I think both of them are excellent. This is another great pack with two good figures. I think some of these Order 66 packs are kind of hit or miss, but this one I think is definitely a hit. I dig the 212th AT-RT Trooper. They did a great job bringing about a new concept for a character or for an existing Legion. And the Obi-Wan figure is a pretty decent one if you don't have an Obi-Wan or you're looking for one that can throat punch your clone troopers. Definitely get this pack. I think it's an awesome one. Thanks for watching, guys. That kind of wraps up this video. So if you would, you can check out my Instagram down in the description. There's a link to it. I do some toy photography. I do, you know, updates and stuff on the channel. It's a great place to interact with me if you know, feel the need to do that kind of thing. Leave a like on this video if you liked it. I do appreciate that. And then hit that subscribe button if you really want to. And if you're new to the channel, you want to see more videos like this in your feed. I've got the whole Order 66 pack line that'll be released soon over, you know, the course of time as I film them. So you can check those out. And as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next video. Throat punch!